Our first question today comes from Graham. Graham is my brother and he owns this cat, and his question is, why is that cat such a that's not very nice, is it? He loves you, really. It's such a perfect angel, and she slept with me last night in bed. Oh, I just love you, Margaret. Hello everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel, or if you're new around here, hi, my name is Missa. Welcome, join me, stay, subscribe to me, go on Instagram, Twitter, all that jazz, plug. Today I thought I need to do my makeup anyway because I'm filming an eye tutorial, so I thought I would do all my base on camera, there's Margaret, and just answer some questions, assumptions, things that you guys have sent in on Instagram. I'm not going to do a bunch of first impressions, I'm just going to use a heap of makeup that I've been using recently and really enjoying, so I thought we'd just jump in. But first of all, I do need to moisturise, so I'm going to use my Makeup Revolution Hydration Boost, not the matte one, it's kind of newer than this, just the normal one. Mine's like almost used up, so I have to stick a brush in it. I'm using the ABH Amrezi palette again, the new one, by the way, if you're wondering. And I don't know if that video will be up yet, or if it's still to come. Sorry as well, the wind is really picking up, and I'm sitting right beside the window. I'm going to prime using my Pixie Skin Blurring PE Elixir by Barry M, which I bought because it looks like a dupe of the For Sally one. I actually quite like this, even though I'm not really a primer kind of gal. And I always blend that in with my Real Techniques 222 brush, because I feel like I see people do skincare more these days with brushes, and it makes me feel happy not really getting sticky stuff all over my fingers. Do you know the most annoying thing about this Amrezi palette is the pressed glitter, because I now have glitter all over my face even though I didn't use pressed glitter. Let me find our first question. I'm going to use the foundation that I keep using, which is the ABH foundation. I just really like it. I use 110C. It's very pale, but I'm very pale, and if I use 120 it's way too dark. Don't think it oxidizes, but it just looks weird, so when I put this on it's going to look too pale. I promise it's not. First question, how did the viewing for the flat with the stables go? So yeah, I mentioned on Twitter I was going to view a flat which had 7 stables attached to it, and I really liked the flat actually. It was quite nice, like the inside of it was super nice. By the way, this is a colour drain sponge and it is incredible. Look at the size of it, and it's so soft. Yeah, I really loved the flat. It was nice on the inside. It was like a tad small, but it had a dining room that I could use as a filming room. The problems... Oh, and you could like wash your dishes at the kitchen sink or sit in the dining room or living room and you would just see the horses because the stables were right there. The problem was I thought it was $625 a month, which I know probably doesn't seem like a lot of money to a lot of you, but to me that's quite a lot. I was thinking like that would be my kind of max budget, because then I've got like all the bills on top of it and stuff like that, so I'm trying to obviously keep not paying much, like not paying much, just not pay much in rent. And when I got there it would have been an extra $150 a month for council tax, and no, just council tax, because it's attached to a farmhouse, so there was only one council tax and they just wanted a contribution of £150 towards the council tax, so it would have been £775 a month, which is way too expensive. I could swing it, I could manage it, but I wouldn't be able to save any money, and I really want to start saving money so that I can get on the property ladder in the next few years. You know, if I really start saving, get a deposit together, then I can, you know, hopefully own a flat. So that's what I want to do, so it was too expensive. The other problem was they didn't have good internet, like at all. They said they use their 4G on their phones all the time, and I need internet for what I do, but also I like to spend my evenings watching Netflix or iPlayer or Now TV, and that basically wasn't possible, so I had to say no, which was a big shame because I liked it. How beautiful is this foundation, by the way? I love it. I actually think this colour suits me almost perfectly. I think it comes across a little scary on camera just because my neck looks a lot darker, but once I've got all my other stuff on, it's a really good match. I'm going to put a bit more foundation on my cheeks just because this foundation is more medium coverage and I like full coverage, so one sec. Going back on everything that I've said, I'm actually going to use my Maybelline Superstay concealer under my eyes in the shade 05. I think I've only used this once. Why does it feel empty? Yeah, I've only used it once, I think. Maybe twice at most. And I feel like I need to use it more and see what I think. I'm quite bad for that, and I feel like a lot of people that put makeup on the internet are really bad, is trying something once, giving an opinion, and then kind of forgetting to follow up on it. So anyway, our next question, well, there's a lot of how are you, how are you doing, how's life. Honestly, I've been really bad, like not good at all. I've spoken about it a lot with my patrons, which I'll get into in a second. The past couple of days, I've got to admit, I feel a lot better, but before the past couple of days, today by the way is the 13th of January, I was in bed for 5 days. I didn't get out of bed except to use the toilet and make myself a sandwich because I was hungry. And then I'm just, you know, very focused on all the crap that's going on, and it's hard, and I feel like I'm, you know, making a little bit of progress, and then I see a photo and I feel like crap, or, you know, so I've been doing pretty bad. I also came off the pills the doctors put me on because I wasn't happy with them and stuff like that, so I did speak to the doctor about that, by the way. This is actually alright, you know, this concealer. But a couple of days ago, I set up a Patron WhatsApp group because we'd been talking about doing it for a while, and I thought, you know what, just do it. And nothing and nobody has made me feel as good as chatting with everyone on the Patron group has made me feel. Like, everyone is, and it's not even like everyone's just supporting me and being really good to me. Everyone's just being like, I've got cat hair on my chin. Everyone's just being so good to each other, and there's just so many chats going on about all different kinds of things, and then, you know, people are helping me with advice and sympathy and empathy, and then, you know, people are talking about their problems and we're all giving them advice, and it's just been excellent. And now I also have a Patron Facebook page because the WhatsApp group has couple hundred people in it almost, and the chat goes very fast. You wake up and you've missed 1,000 messages. So I did the Facebook group so that I could kind of keep up a bit better, and it's just excellent. It is just excellent. Everyone is so nice. It's like a group of kindred spirits, and I feel like I'm getting to know people more. People are having dance battles on it, like filming themselves dancing, sending voice notes. We had a whole evening of our best insults. It was just excellent. And by the way, if you do become a patron, you do have access to all of these things, like the WhatsApp group, the Facebook group. We're going to have a Discord, and like patrons are going to start doing lives on the Facebook group, so you can really get to see them a bit more. It's been excellent. So yeah, I just feel like the past couple of days I've actually wanted to get out of bed and just work on life and doing stuff. I'm not going to say healing or getting better because that's not happening, but at least I'm finding joy in makeup again. I feel like my under eyes look a lot better with that concealer on. It is quite drying, it's not like the most hydrating formula, but it's alright. I'm going to use my Ciate Extraordinary translucent powder. I've just been reaching for it. I'm trying to use products that I don't use all the time, and I like it, it's nice. So I'm going to use this on my dry and powdery colour drain sponge. Helen gave me an assumption. She said, I think that you're a worrier and that you take things personally and could do with a good hug. I am a worrier. I am a worrier, and I try not to be because worrying is one of those like useless emotions that you have, but I think everyone worries. Yeah, I'm worried about not being able to find a flat. that I really love and can afford. I'm worried that life's not going to get any better. I'm going to be sad for the rest of time. I'm worried about money. I'm worried about everything. In terms of taking things personally, I definitely do, by the way. Like, that is something that I do, and I try and like promote this image of myself. I really don't take things personally, and I am getting a thicker skin about things, but yeah, I do take things personally. I'm quite bad for that. Someone wrote on my Amrezy review, "You're so negative about everything, try saying something positive." And I gave kind of like a snarky response back. I just said, sure, I'll start lying about everything from now on. And I guess I kind of take her criticism personally. Hers, his, I don't know. And I'll use my Maybelline Superstay powder on the rest of my neck. Could I use a good hug though, Helen? Not really. Not a hugger. That's another thing. Me and the patrons were talking about having a meet-up for my birthday, which is in February. And I think a bunch of us that can go are just going to go out in Edinburgh to a nice bar and have a lot of fun and get quite drunk. Problem is, I'm not a hugger, but if I tell them all in advance, no one will try and hug me and it'll be fine. Even had a little bit of a meltdown at my parents' house at New Year. Like, everyone was hugging goodbye and I was like, I'm not a hugger, I don't want to hug anyone. It's like my own family. I just don't enjoy hugs anymore. I used to be a big hugger, especially with my mum. I was always such a mummy's girl. I would always cuddle into her chest. It was my safe place. But yeah, not a hugger anymore. Someone asked what the cat's name was. The cat's name is Margaret, by the way. She's just there. She's a lovely rag doll. She's 5. She's excellent. I'm going to use Revolution Pro Skinfinish. The only problem I'm finding with living with a long-haired cat, sorry about the wind, I'm really sorry. Cat hair gets on everything. I'm going to use my Huda Beauty setting spray, not because I love it, but because it's sitting on my desk and I don't love it, so I don't mind you using it, and I just want to soak up these powders. This is so full of alcohol that it actually hurts when it lands on my lips, because I've got quite dry, horrible lips, and yeah, sometimes it even hurts when it lands on my eyelids, which is not a great sign, but I'm pretty sure the first ingredient is alcohol. They're not listed on the bottle. I know I'm looking very pale, but I am a very pale person. I thought this one was funny because it's kind of true. Let me grab this. So days assumption, Missa would never do a look using one eyeshadow color, at least 2 or 3. Yeah, you're right. The only time I ever do a look with one color is if I'm not actually trying to do makeup properly, and like, say like when I went to the flat viewing, I just did very simple makeup and I just put my bronzer all over my eye as well. I'm gonna use my Essence contouring duo to contour because I love this, and you all need to buy it. It's like £3.50. Please trust me, it's incredible. It's literally excellent in every way. And I think it comes in a couple of different shade variations, by the way, if you have deeper skin. I think it does, yeah, because this is lighter skin. I just feel like sometimes I go into a tutorial with the intention of doing a look with very few eyeshadows and I end up using at least 5. I don't know, I think it's because I've got hooded eyes. I also think it's a bit to do with like my insecurities, where, you know, I don't think I'm very good looking. So I do bright, bold eyeshadow looks to try and take away attention from my face and more to my makeup. Although a lot of it is to do with my hair. Like, I used to do much crazier looks because I thought then people wouldn't realise I had pretty much no hair. It's just insecurities, isn't it? But actually, I just love doing bold looks. I love this contouring palette. I always dip between both shades unless I'm doing my nose, and then I just use the lighter one. It's so inexpensive and I cannot recommend it enough. It has 100% pushed my sleek face palette out of the top spot for drugstore, plus it's actually quite a bit cheaper. For my jaw though, I do only use the pale one as well, because I barely contour my jaw. Because I always notice when I go and like look at photos of it, I've not actually blended out anything and it looks terrible. The bronzer I've been loving actually is the Makeup Revolution Holiday Romance bronzer. This one, I think it's £3. Excellent price. I'm really sorry, I'm going to speed up because the wind is really bad. Sarah says you'll steal the cat when you move out of your brother's. Very tempting, very tempting. I love Margaret. And the thing is, you see, before I actually came and stayed here, I'd never been able to see Margaret in person before, because with new people, she is the most timid and shy cat. So whenever I went round to my brother and sister's flat, brother and sister-in-law, I'm just going to say brother and sister though, she would hide. She would hear someone come in and she would hide and meow because she was scared. They think she was maybe a little bit abused before they got her. They rescued her. So she is very shy around new people. And I think after about like 2 days of being here, she was letting me pat her and rub her belly and scratch her ears, and she was being so good. And now, past few days, she slept in my room. Last night she slept all curled up with me and it was so cute. So yes, I want to steal her, but actually there's another question which kind of leads on to this. Joanna Shirts, I don't know, I'm really bad at pronouncing people's names, I'm sorry, says, are you planning on getting any pets when you move to a new flat? The two that I'm actually viewing tomorrow, they're over in Fife, by the way, because I realised if I move out of Edinburgh, I can afford it and I can save money, and whilst it's not in the centre of things, it doesn't really matter because I spend most of my time at home. Yes, they're both pet friendly, so that is something that I'm really looking for, because I'm going to be on my own for the very first time, like in a flat on my own. So I want a pet to keep me company, and I found this beautiful dog. I'm going to put her picture up on screen right now on the RSPCA website. She's a little staffy. She is 4, I think, and she was abandoned. So was I. And she needs love, and she looks very sad and scared, and I want to be her human. She might be gone by the time I get a new flat, which will make me incredibly sad, but I'll be glad that she's gone to a loving home. But I will get a dog because I'm going to be home 85 to 90% of the time. When I go out, like if I come back to Edinburgh to visit my parents, I can take her with me, like a dog, let's just say a dog then. I can take a dog with me. Whereas a cat, as much as I love cats, and they are much easier to look after, let's be honest, I just kind of want a bigger personality than a cat. Unless a cat would want to go on a lead and be walked. Because the dog's going to make me leave the house because I have to walk it at least twice a day. So it's going to make me go on nice walks. And it's just going to be company. And especially if it's a dog that's maybe been abused or abandoned and just needs like one human that they can trust. I want to be that human. I might use my Maybelline Chrome Extreme in Diamond Glow today. Brooke April Roberts says, do you believe in ghosts? I actually don't believe in ghosts. No, I'm not scared of ghosts. I don't believe in them, so I can't be scared of them. I believe in demons, like demony things. I would never, ever, not on your Nelly, never ever do a seance or tarot card reading or any of that jazz. In fact, I'm a huge horror fan lover, like movie horror. I don't really watch devilly movies because they scare me, because I do believe, and I know a lot of people think this is very silly, but a lot of you won't, I do believe in the devil, and I believe in evil spirits and demons, and I don't think that anybody should mess with that kind of thing. Because this is just my personal beliefs, not pushing it on anyone else. I'm just saying I do feel like if you mess with it, you're kind of opening yourself up to bad things happening. And I know a lot of you will do these things and you'll be absolutely fine. It's just my personal beliefs. It's how I was brought up. I would never do anything like that. Ouija boards terrify the life out of me. I wouldn't even touch one. I wouldn't even hold the box because it's just too scary. But you know me, I was brought up in a very Christian home, with my dad being a minister. This is a lovely highlighter. It's not the perfect shade for me today, but I don't care. So yeah, it was really kind of drilled into us as we grew up. And whilst I don't go to church or anything, I do have a lot still of the beliefs and the morals. And one of them is evil demons that literally want to do bad things. Put it here. You know what, I might go over the top of this with my Jaclyn Hill highlighter in extra because I really love it and I keep using it. And I feel like it just adds a bit more. This is a Kaleidos brush, by the way, Kaleidos H1, and it's really good for highlighting. Really nice shape. I didn't know what to do with it when it first arrived. Used it for highlighting. My life changed. Didn't really, but you know what I mean. Does anyone else kind of have my beliefs of like tell me down below you wouldn't touch Ouija boards or like spirity things? It's just too scary. We're using a lot of drugstore. I'm going to use my L'Oreal Life's a Peach blush, for I like it. Apparently we do have like a hurricane coming. Well, not a hurricane, we don't get them here. Storm Brendan or something is coming. 80-mile-an-hour winds. I'm gonna blow away. You know when your makeup just really starts coming together and you start being like, yeah, I'm so good looking. I'm like that right now. You gotta hype yourself up sometimes, don't you? I'm really liking how this eye is looking. It's a little strong on the outer corners, but I feel like I'm just happy with it. Which reminds me, I'm gonna go off and do my under eyes for my other video, and then I'll be back and we'll do a lip. Let's just put on a little bit more alcohol on our faces. In fact, if this goes in your hair, which is definitely going in my hair, it's actually stronger than hairspray. So you should probably use this as your hairspray. Trust me. I finished off my peepers on my other video, and I'm going to do my lips now. I'm going to do them really pale. The next question from someone was Lily81375. Do you find it harder creating makeup looks when your mental health is not at its best? 100%. I just don't even care. Like, I went through like weeks of not caring at all. It's quite hard to answer questions when you're doing your lips. This is my Primark lip liner in Toast, and it's really good. I really like it. But the short answer is yes. Horrifyingly hard to do makeup. I just don't care about putting makeup on when I'm feeling depressed. It seems pointless, stupid, vapid, like why bother? I've been wearing pretty much no makeup most of the time. So yeah, it does seem a bit boring. And just, yeah, unimportant. And then I'll use Makeup Revolution Raw liquid lipstick because I love it. I might put gloss on top, might not. I do find gloss a bit annoying, to be quite honest. Mel White said, assumption, you never fully believe compliments that people give you, but you really should. Thank you. No, I don't. I don't. Which is really annoying because then I try and give other people compliments and like, no, shut up. And I'm like, I'm being serious. I wouldn't say it if I didn't mean it. So yeah. I think a lot of us girls are like that. We just don't want to. It's hard to receive compliments, I always feel. Like, in my opinion, I always feel like people are just saying it to make me feel better or something. Which they're probably not most of the time, although some of you do it. Which is a nice thing to do. But yeah, it's quite hard. Especially when you're like, oh, I hate my hair today. And someone's like, no, your hair looks lovely. No, it doesn't. It doesn't. Don't say that. Why are you saying that to me? I feel like these lip liners, these lipsticks aren't the best formula. They're a little bit like thin and you have to do a couple layers sometimes. But I just love this colour, and it's cheap and it's drugstore, and that makes me happy. I know a lot of you won't like this colour, but for my really pale fans out there, like, how beautiful and pale is that? I love it personally. What can we do with this hair? I've got this hairband and it gets stuck in my bonds. I also slept with dry shampoo in last night, so I need to kind of brush that out. That's my best tip, you know, sleep with dry shampoo on, and by the time you wake up in the morning it's really like nestled in your hair and made everything look a lot cleaner. It's not, it doesn't feel as disgusting either. I don't know, I don't really want to straighten my fringe forward because it's too long now, it needs cut, and I've not cut it yet, so I feel like it's just gonna hide my eyeshadow. But I have to then hairspray it down because I get these really beautiful curtains. The hair's the hair. What can we do about hair? I'm really bad at hair. But there we are. This is my finished makeup. I have to say my favourite part is the eyes. I'm going to answer one final question and then I'm going to piss off, okay? I'll answer this one because I think it's quite interesting. It's Miss Nitwits. Ha, that's great. It made me think of the Twits. The Twits is like my favourite Roald Dahl book ever. Are you wanting to change anything up on your channel? Yeah, I would love to honestly do 5 videos a week. That would be my main goal. I would love to be able to do that. However, I've never got that much energy inside of me. Secondly, I'd like to do vlogs and like show my life more and like behind the scenes. It's very unglamorous. It is very average and normal and kind of boring actually, but I feel like that would be fun to do more vlogs. That's the kind of only things really. I'd like to do a lot more lives with my patrons, like not just once a week. I'd like to keep doing more like live stuff, and yeah, I think that's it really. But yeah, you can tell me what you think I should do on my channel. Tell me what you want to see more of, less of. Less of the wind would be great. You know, let me know down below. But I hope you like what's happened. Pretty glowy, pretty dewy. I like everything I've used today, probably apart from the Huda Beauty spray because it's just pure alcohol and I can't imagine it's good for the skin, but I think I put on enough barriers before I put it on. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, it would do me great favours if you'd give it a thumbs up, even just for Margaret being super cute. Also subscribe if you haven't already, because if you didn't know, I'm probably the coolest person on YouTube, and leave me a comment down below, anything you'd like. Thank you to everyone that watched my video, and a special thank you to my patrons. You guys know how much you're supporting me right now. More than financially, you're supporting me mentally, and that is very important, and it's great. And if you want to be a patron, join in lives, which I do every week, join our WhatsApp group and our Facebook group, then the link is in the description box, and it's super fun, and I think you'll meet a lot of people that you really like, because I have. But if you can't or don't want to become a patron, please don't worry about it. Watching my videos is the biggest support ever. I'm gonna piss off. I keep talking. I really hope that you're having a good day, and I hope I'll catch you on the flip side. Hasta la vista, baby.